This is the Eastern Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Monday, September 29th. Key points to go through is that we have a slow-moving cold front approaching the area. It will arrive tonight. We're looking for anywhere between a half to 1 inch of rain across most of the central mountains, and then potentially a tenth to around a quarter of an inch elsewhere. Cooler weather is expected for Tuesday, and along with a brief period of dry weather for midweek, and then we'll have another system that arrives late this week. So our weather risk outlook, looking for little to no impacts across most of the area. The only hesitation is maybe across the Stanley region, where there could be some localized rainfall amounts up to half an inch to an inch possible, and we could see some isolated slight chance of some debris flow here or there, maybe. That seems like it's probably a very outside possibility right now, probably less than a 10-15% chance of that occurring. So our current satellite image this morning, looking at partly cloudy skies across the region. We'll see clouds increase this afternoon as this moisture from the Pacific moves into the region. Once again, expected precipitation amounts over the next couple of days. Generally looking at our heaviest rainfall amounts in the central mountains, where we're looking at half an inch to maybe as much as an inch of rainfall possible. But most areas across central and east Idaho generally looking at around a tenth to a quarter, although there's a possibility that, especially in some locations across southeast Idaho, we could overperform just a little bit, maybe get to see a little bit closer to a third of an inch. High temperatures today, generally in the 70s across most of the region. Humidities generally in the 30 to 40% range for today, and not a whole lot of wind today. Generally, wind peak west 15 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation, best chances are out off to the west, where we are expecting that cold front to arrive late this afternoon. And then also rainfall amounts for today looking pretty light and mainly focused out west. As we go into tonight, our overnight lows tonight, generally in the 40s and 50s across most of eastern and central Idaho. Chances of precipitation tonight, you can really see the gradient from east to west as we see the arrival of that cold front throughout the night. And then better rainfall amounts, once again, looking like they're going to be mainly out in the central Idaho region tonight. And mainly maybe by late overnight tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning, we start seeing the rainfall moving into eastern Idaho. High temperatures tomorrow, generally in the 60s across most of the area, so noticeably cooler. And lowest humidities today tomorrow with the added cloud cover and the showers and some isolated thunderstorms around. Generally pretty high, looking at min humidities anywhere in the 40s to even as low as 60%, 70% or so. Highest gusts tomorrow, generally best gusts are around 20-25 miles per hour, and that's mainly up on the ridges and in the higher terrain. And the Magic Valley looking at only about 10-15 mile per hour wind gusts. Chance of precipitation across the area tomorrow, generally pretty high, especially across east Idaho. Out towards central Idaho, you'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and that'll be mainly in the afternoon tomorrow. Chances of precipitation amounts, generally looking at about a quarter inch tomorrow, and that's going to be mainly across eastern Idaho. Out across central Idaho, generally about a tenth of an inch or less. Low temperatures tomorrow night, generally in the 40s to right around 50 degrees or so in most areas. And then chances of precipitation tonight, mainly focused out across the eastern highlands, where we have some lingering showers tomorrow night. And then additional rainfall amounts still can see upwards to about a quarter of an inch possible around Driggs, but most areas precipitation will be winding down tomorrow. High temperatures on Wednesday do rebound somewhat, generally looking at 60s to right around 70 degrees. Humidities do dry out quite a bit, generally right around 40%, maybe some isolated 45 to 50% here and there. And then highest wind gusts tomorrow, once again looking at about 20 to 25 miles per hour up across the central mountains through the upper Snake Plain and the upper Snake Highlands, and about 10 to 20 miles per hour from about Blackfoot down to Pocatello and down to Burley. Chance of precipitation on Wednesday, looking at some isolated, really residual pop-up afternoon variety showers and thunderstorms, 20 to 30%, mainly across the high country. Expected rainfall amounts not too much more on Wednesday, looking pretty scant, generally less than 1/10 of an inch. So just to summarize, slow-moving cold front will arrive tonight, looking at our heaviest rainfall across the central mountains, but the rest of us should see generally around 1/10 to about 1/4 of an inch of rain. Cooler weather expected for Tuesday, and then a dry period for midweek before another storm system arrives late week. So that concludes this morning's briefing. If you have any questions, comments, please reach out to us. Thank you.